The recurrent laryngeal nerve is the nerve of the sixth branchial arch. It arises from the sixth branchial arch with descent of heart, passage beneath the sixth aortic arch and ascent to the larynx. On the right side, the distal portion of sixth and fifth aortic arch disappears and nerve moves up beneath the position of the fourth aortic arch artery. It means it becomes below the subclavian artery. While the left side, there is no disappearance of the sixth and fifth aortic arches arteries. So it's remain below the arch of aorta. So higher position or upper position on the right side because of disappearance of the sixth and fifth aortic arches distal portion. So it becomes more superficial, more upper location than the left side. So cause of this is because of distal portion of fifth and sixth aortic arch disappears, make it more upper location. Occasionally, the fourth arch disappears and subclavian artery directly arises from the aorta. That time this artery is called as aberrant subclavian artery or arteria lusoria, or sometimes it's arises distally to the normal position of the left subclavian artery and crosses retroesophagally to the right upper limb. In these cases, nerve moves cranially and originate directly from the vagus. It becomes non-recurrent. That's why this non-recurrent develop by fourth arch artery disappearance. So it directly coming from the vagus and supplying the larynx. That's the funda of the non-recurrent laryngeal development. There are three types of non-recurrent laryngeal nerve. Type 1, the nerve runs with the superior thyroid pedicle. Type 2A runs with the inferior thyroid pedicle. Type 2B, it runs below the inferior thyroid pedicle. So these are the three types of the non-recurrent laryngeal nerve. As you know, these non-recurrent laryngeal nerve mostly on the right side, and rarely seen on the left side. If left side non-recurrent laryngeal nerve is seen, it means there should be situs inversus is there. So most commonly left-sided non-recurrent is with the situs inversus. So mostly non-recurrent nerve is on the right side and very rarely seen on the left side. If left side seen, it means there is situs inversus is there. The incidence of this vascular malformation reported as high 0.5 to 2% of general population. Even though it is usually asymptomatic, nearly 5% of these patients experience dysphagia because of dysphagia lusoria or symptoms related to arterial tuberosity, premature atherosclerosis, or rarely aneurysm formation. It may be associated with several congenital cardiovascular anomalies and chromosomal other syndrome. Anatomical variation associated with arterial lusoria include abnormal origin of right vertebral artery from the aorta or from the right common carotid artery, the presence of common carotid trunk, a right-sided thoracic duct, or right-sided non-recurrent laryngeal nerve. The combination of an arterial lusoria or bicarotid trunk appears rarely in the population. This trunk, another aortic arch branching variation, arises from aortic arch, then bifurcate into right and left common carotid arteries, thus creating a common origin of two common carotid arteries. So this variation can be there. To our knowledge, these anatomical variations have only been described in cadaver, this being the first time these vascular anomaly has been associated with non-recurrent laryngeal nerve. On the left side, non-recurrent laryngeal nerve less frequently is there, and usually this is associated with situs inversus or right aortic arch. The left recurrent laryngeal nerve is larger than the right. Diameter of both nerve is same, about 1.5 to 1.75 mm, while the length of the left recurrent is 25% larger than the right. Left about 10 to 15 centimeter and right about 8 to 10 centimeter.